What is up, my Eagle Fang badasses? Today, I will be reviewing Toy Story 5. Welcome back to the channel, guys. For those of you who are new here, my name is Alex, and every single week I either do something fun, nerdy, or badass in hopes that it inspires you to follow your dreams. So, if you think that's something you can relate to, you should consider clicking that subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so, it'll help out the channel a ton, and it'll even notify you when I upload a new video. So it's a win-win for all of us. As you saw in the intro, today I will be reviewing Toy Story 5. Now, when Toy Story 5 was first announced, well before a trailer even came out, my reaction was something along the lines of this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Then, the first trailer came out, and I was like, okay, this seems pretty interesting. So, I gave it a shot. Now, my thoughts on the movie. How exactly do I put it into words?
I mean, it's alright.
Honestly, that's a good way of putting it. Toy Story 5 was alright. So, up to this point, if you haven't figured it out already, there are spoilers for Toy Story 5, so you've been warned. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. The movie starts out with a scene with a bunch of high-tech Buzz Lightyears. Not really all that important. But they introduce that right from the start, technology is a big focus of this movie with the high-tech Buzz Lightyears. Then it jumps to Bonnie playing with her toys outside, and Bonnie was having a literal wedding for her spork and knife.
And then?
After the wedding, Bonnie sees a bunch of neighbor kids across the street, wants to play with them. They don't want to play with her. Jessie and Bullseye feel bad, so after Bonnie goes inside and they have a sec, they kind of go to the other houses and learn about how technology took over the houses.
And then?
Shortly after, Bonnie's parents get her an iPad, just like all the other kids in her town have. And Bonnie starts to become an iPad kid and starts playing with the iPad versus the toys. Or in this movie, it's called a lily pad, but it's a so-called iPad.
And then?
Jessie calls Woody on a walkie and pretty much says Tech took over the house, and Woody basically comes by to help out. Now, let me talk about Woody for a second. He literally serves no narrative purpose to this movie whatsoever. The only reason Woody is in this movie is because it's a Toy Story movie, and they can't have a Toy Story movie without Woody. Woody is so sidelined. Like, Buzz has a bigger plot than Woody. Although Buzz's plot is not much bigger, but Buzz is trying to get with Jessie this whole movie. Yes. A toy is trying to get with another toy in this movie. Cringe beyond cringe. I mean, I know 4 did that too, but we're not talking about 4, we're talking about 5 here. But, yeah. A toy's trying to get with another toy. Anyway, Woody has no plot relevance to this movie at all, and Buzz has just slightly more relevance to the plot than Woody in this one. This is really a movie about Jessie. And in doing so, Jessie kind of learns the lessons Woody had to learn in the original Toy Stories. So for that, I think this was better than Toy Story 4. A lot of it, Toy Story 4 was just a big waste of time, where this kind of goes back to the roots with the originals, especially 1 and 2. They heavily go into Jessie's backstory, and Jessie thinks Emily, her first owner, forgot about her, but she didn't, because Jessie learned something unique when she ends up back at the tire swing where she used to live. She learned some new information about her old owner, Emily, which pretty much proves that Emily never forgot about Jessie. Anyway, where was I talking about? The movie starts with Jessie and Bullseye learning about technology. Bonnie then gets an iPad. Bonnie tries bringing Jessie and Bullseye to a friend's house for a sleepover. They get lost. Jessie and Bullseye end up going to Emily's house when that happens. And Jessie learns about Blaze, how Blaze is just like Bonnie. So she actually learns to use technology for good and tries to use Blaze's old potty training toys and children's cameras to send a message to Bonnie and her parents through Bonnie's lily pad to set them up when pretty much saying, hey, found your toys. Just because Jesse and Bullseye got lost. Then they meet up at Blaze's house. Bonnie doesn't want to take Jesse or Bullseye back from Blaze because a bunch of her friends cyberbullied her online for still playing with toys when they saw the message about how Bonnie lost her toys. Then Buzz and Woody have caught up with Jesse and Bullseye at Emily's house. Bonnie is kind of long gone. Bonnie's mom takes her to get some ice cream. Lily Pad feels bad that she set up Bonnie with the wrong kind of friends, and Lily Pad just ditches Bonnie. So then Buzz, Jesse, Woody, and Bullseye come up with a plan where Buzz and Woody will go back to Bonnie's house, use the Lily Pad to send another message saying Bonnie changed her mind and she actually wants her toys back, to have Blaze meet them at Bonnie's house. But then they find out Lily Pad actually ditched Bonnie, so then the toys have to kind of go on a rescue mission to get Lily Pad. Then, basically, they all rescue Lily Pad. Buzz, Woody, and Lily Pad go back to Bonnie's house. Jesse and Bullseye stay at Blaze's house. They try to do one more meeting. It almost fails, but then it ends up working. And Bonnie and Blaze end up playing with toys. They have a wedding for Buzz and Jesse. Again, like I said, this movie is cringe. They do a fucking wedding for Buzz and Jesse. Woody kind of goes back with Bo Peep and helps out Lost Toys again, since that's where he was at the end with 4. Movie ends. Then there's a post-credits scene where a bunch of kids on this playground get these high-tech Buzz Lightyears. Oh, lo and behold, there's a high-tech Zurg after the Buzz Lightyears. And that's when it cuts to black and credits. So overall, the movie was alright. But very, very cringy. And a lot of rehashing from the originals. Part of what made this one tolerable is because it was a direct copy of 1 and 2. A lot of plot lines. Like, Jesse's whole story arc was learning that it's okay not to be the favorite toy. Like Woody from the first Toy Story. They kind of go deeper into Jesse's backstory. They replay Jesse's trauma that they did in Toy Story 2. They add on to it. So they make you understand her more, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, we can kind of infer that we're not a bunch of idiots here. So, anyway, the movie wasn't bad. It was tolerable. It was alright. But the first 2 told the story so much better than this one did. The only new thing was now it's technology added. It's more of a statement against kids today. So, nowhere near the quality of the first 3 Toy Stories, but honestly better than 4. And that's really all I was kind of asking for when I saw the trailer. So, overall, I'll give this movie about a low B, high C. Kind of like I did for The Mandalorian and Grogu. If you have young kids, probably a decent movie to try and go and see. You'll probably still have a decent time. But if you're an adult like me, and you're bored, I mean, you could go see it if you really wanted to, but there's probably other things you can find to do with your money as well. So, it's up to you. Low B, high C, do what you will with that. So there you have it. That's my Toy Story 5 review. Next week, I will actually rank all 5 Toy Story movies so you can see my opinions on all of them. I will move on to something new the following week. So if that's something that interests you, then tune in again next week. That's all I have for you today. So, if you think this video will help inspire someone to follow their dreams, then please, send it their way. With that, always remember to bite like an eagle. I'll see you next week. I'm on a mission to inspire as many people as possible to follow their dreams. So, if you liked what you saw here today, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot. Until next time, thanks for watching.